here on Crown Hill. You see students from the University of Liberia, student vacation party. Chanting slogans, holding different placards. Folks, welcome back. This is DN News Liberia, live to you from Central Monrovia, where the student unification party of the University of Liberia in our big classes. So, you can ask them for it. You can ask them and they say they can give it to okay. Cooking the food, I'll put me over the food. See here, these spoiled food you see here. Expired food. See?
Threatening your sovereignty and you praising the person. a fugitive threatening your sovereignty, and you praising the person, you're posting it. It's evil. It's complete evil. And we're quiet. We can't talk more than this, because in the Guinea and Liberia land dispute in Lofa recently, confronting Yeke Koluba and his statement he made against the state, we have to clarify from one security house to another security house. And we have a lot focusing on now, that we don't want to be drawn in funny things. But how can a fugitive threaten your country because you against the establishment, you emphasizing it on a broad platform? Do you know that anyone around here can take advantage of that to hide people? The country is too vulnerable for such a nasty politics. And I think we need to change from it. And I think Liberian people, you need to make your decision on people records for success. The Bible says there should be people of good report. Anyone you want to put in power, if possible, investigate their life. Consider stories from the time they were in school. Consider stories when they were in the teen. Even consider their family backgrounds. Somebody should not just say because one person failed, it's a ticket for them to be president or come to power, and they will. What have they succeeded in are the things you should look at. We should change what influence our choices to help us, to help our children. Now listen, one of the drugs that were caught is not used here, or they are used here. It's a bad news for the country. It's a bad news for your children who want to go out to go study. It's a bad news for your friends, your parents, your families, your relatives who surviving on selling dry fish out of the country. It's a bad news. Should frown with such a news. Whatever the case is, some of us cannot be in this country.
Peace. That concert. I love the songs. And I saw former President Johnson Sally.
Yes.
Audience.
Mm-hmm.
What you reckon was her lasting legacy?
Her lasting legacy will be that she unleashed George Weah on us. That's the legacy I give to Mrs. Salif. Sorry.
You don't think very much of George Weah, President George Weah?
Have you met George Weah?
Yet to. I'd love to interview him.
Oh, he can't talk much. You won't get much out of him. Huh? He's not very articulate either. No, but no, I'm sorry. He's a fantastic football player.
Yes.
Okay, he's a fantastic player. At least that's what they say. Because even when I was in England, I wasn't that much into football, and I understand he played at one time for Liverpool or something. Yeah, I didn't follow his football history, but background that I come from, we didn't see football players as national political leaders, and I'm sure that's everywhere in Africa. I mean, I never heard Ghanaians saying Abedi Pele can be president.
Ability for president.
Can you imagine? Could you have Abedi for president?
Oh, he's not a politician.
Well, this is our own case too. George Weah is an Abedi Pele. They should stick to their profession and everything. But Madame Salif thought it would be interesting, under the guise of generational. Yeah. So she unleashed George Weah.
Because he was VP before he became president, right? Was he vice president before?
No, he was a senator.
A senator.
Yeah, he was a senator.
But the Liberians chose him. She didn't force them to vote for him. So the unleashing.
Yeah, she did it because I'm saying at the end of the day, how did he get into the political class? He could have stayed there forever. We would not have voted for him. The majority of sound thinking Liberians, they would not have voted. But Madame Salif, like I said, foisted him on us, literally held up his hands and as the successor. And there was nothing we could do. I mean, we didn't have the capabilities of printing extra ballots and those little things that happen in African politics. Yeah. But he was a disaster for the country. Go to Liberia now. They will tell you he was a disaster.
So it's quite a damning verdict from you.
No, it's just the truth. It's not damning. My thing here is I have sympathy. I can even have sympathy for George because I know his limitations. I know his limitations. He had absolutely no interest in governance, in governing our people. He was just happy to be president, enjoying himself, doing a booga dance, drinking and partying. Yeah. This man was a football player. How do you expect him to come and read a 530-page budget?
His finance minister will read it.
But that's just it. He had no idea as they were read the thing. They didn't even bother him with those kind of issues because he could not deal with it. Yeah, that was George Weah. I mean, I know a lot of people mesmerized this football player. And in fact, some of my Nigerians said, when I said, oh, he was a disaster, and really? They are all surprised. And then I asked them, so you think, what's the boy's name? The big one there in Nigeria, the football player. Kanu. I said, you'll give your country to Kanu to run? And then that's when they think. That's when they think.
Then the German Billy good.
You will run again.
Yes, I will beat them, Clarence. It's of no doubt.
What do you say to people who believe that over the last 6+ years, you have not translated into bringing any sustainable development in your district? You are just talking, and the people are not getting anything.
Clarence, my job is to talk. Let me tell you something. Clarence, you part journalist. I've now heard you talking about, oh, Yeke went to Lace, Yeke went to Internal Affairs, there's the money he took. Clarence, you owe this to the Liberian people. It's a challenge. Go to Lace, go to Internal Affairs, there was money distributed a few days by lawmakers are trying to get all my fights and put it together. I will be challenging people that voted for me to prove me wrong. They divided money for only Internal Affairs for development. Since Joseph Boga came to power, I have not received $5 for development for this 2010. The money is there.
That's the street value of the cocaine that's being arrested. But if you even go down to the further street, final street value, it can also go higher to almost $400,000+. It's based on when it's distributed, how they mix it, how they spread it, and stuff like that. But for now, we took the median. As it is, it's 40,000. First street value is 80. Final street value could be 120,000. So we took the median, which is 80,000, and multiplied it by the 3,971 kilograms. Look, all of the speculation out there, we're not distracted. We have a responsibility by law, by the people confirmed by the Senate, to stand certain that we will continue to do so. Senate said if they market our market, you know, we won't bring it up. If we forget who's going to lose, we don't lose.
The speaker, the general speaker, they are playing. Generator for emergency. Tomorrow, we can say you know what I feel? You know what I feel? But you don't know. Well, why is that doing?
Thought on the issue of the threshold bill that was passed recently, and then the motion of reconsideration was taken by one of our colleagues, which sparked heated debate around here. You know, on the 9th of December 2025, the House of Representatives passed on this bill and sent it to the Senate for concurrence. This bill was crafted following the submission of the 2022 census result, which puts Liberia's population at around 5.2 million plus. And this submission was done to satisfy the constitutional requirements that are enshrined in Articles 80D and 80E. In 80D, it says each constituency shall have an approximately equal population of 20,000 or such number of citizens as the legislature shall prescribe in keeping with population growth, a movement as reviewed by the National Census.
It's Magella Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Imabuakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. The example of our President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. This is why we are here. Let me be on record. This is the National Archive of Republic of
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headline.
A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the round table.
Although I read the news every
Today is the 28th of July 2026.
see some questions.
Someone said guy is great and big guy is wonderful.
Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got make your headline.
This is how we'd like to welcome all of you to the round table on tonight's presentation. My name is William McGill, and we have a lot of things on our word list tonight for the talking points. Firstly, we will take our commercial break with our sponsor, Queen Hair Collection. A little time we'll run through our news coming in from the BBC across Africa, and then we'll bring you today in history. For our talking points, we are going to be talking key things. First is how we look at today, July 26th celebration here in Liberia, and how Liberians celebrated their independence, 179th Independence Day. We also look at the protests there by Soup on yesterday, the protests on yesterday there in the capital Monrovia. We will look at that as well, and the president breaking grounds for the Lo-Fi Road project after the dedication of the Saleh, the one that leads from Bonk to Lo-Fi. We are going to be looking at these issues as we go ahead with the program. Stay tuned. We take a short break with our sponsor, Queen Hair Collection. To be right back. For luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com. Kakuyan Hair Collection is our sponsor here on the program, The Roundtable. My name is William McGill. This is I would like to welcome you back to tonight's presentation for Liberia. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, whatever you find yourself following this program. So quickly, we will bring you today in history. But before that, we want to flip onto the BBC website to be able to bring you news update there from the BBC. And let's run up. Ghana moves its tallest man, a generous and popular giant, Suleiman Abdul Simet, who was diagnosed with gigantism several years ago, has died at age 33. Very interesting story, and it's sad right there, coming in from the BBC. This is the individual standing right here, taller than this hut, and this one says, Abiy Amin's boxer grandson determined to become new king of Scotland. Ozzy Abdul wants Ugandans to recognize him as a Commonwealth Game boxing gold medalist rather than as Abiy Amin's grandson. And this should be an editorial. It says, "Are some soldiers colluding with Nigeria's criminal gangs? A recent arrest prompt question." And this comes in from South Africa. It says, "South Africa investigates death of Nigerian who collapsed during arrest." And it says, "Initial reports from a post mortem said he had abrasions in his back and chest," investigator says. And US deports KN former NFL player Daniel Dongo. The authority says the ex-sportman had overstayed his visa and had been arrested multiple times. This will help us to make Africa great. The notorious Cameroonian prison with its own record label, New Bell's inmates have become minimum stars, recalling songs and music videos from the coffins of the jail, and that is great right there. On the BBC, of course, we will now take out today in history on the program. We want to run through with today in history. Today in history, July 28th, 1821, Happy independence to Peru. They declared their independence on today, and they declared from Spain, led by Jose de San Martin. July 28th is now celebrated as Peru's Independence Day. Today in history, July 28th, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia 1 month after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, triggering the start of World War One. Today in history, July 28, 1945, a U.S. Army bomber crashed into the Empire State Building in the that's in a dense fog, killing 14 people and causing major damage to the building. And finally, today in history, in July 28, 1976, one of the deadliest earthquake in recorded history struck Takan, killing an estimated 240,000 people, although some estimates are much higher. That's exactly what we have for our today in history. And then after that, we want to take a look at the celebration of the Independence Day. So, firstly, let me just ride over to the um, the um, the Wizz TV page, right? And I want to bring out most of these initiative and things that are happening from across our country, Liberia. And yeah, let me let me get some of the things from the Independence Day, right? And let me get this quickly. And I want to lay my hands on the fact that this day was huge. Independence Day celebration there in Liberia. Liberia, 179th independence.
also with the presidential press secretary, Madam Kuda Fofana. They have working, and of course, then as requested by some of you all. Welcome.
That's exactly some highlights, and that was cultural performance. Let me also bring this clip to as well, and in that light, we all can be able to look at it, and then we can go ahead with what we want to talk about here. This is a parade from
official march at the in Grand Pass, and president. So, folks, what you are witnessing is the official march by the joint security here at the Doris Williams Sports Stadium here in Grand Bassa County, Buchanan City to be precise. And earlier on, you saw the president, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr., was marching and inspecting the troops by the directive of the troop leader.
So those are some of the highlights, right? And we we were there, and aside from being there, we've been following series of the Independence Day celebration. The first day began here in Montserrat at the Samuel Kando Sports Stadium. We saw that a team from an organized event that is usually held every last Sunday in the month, and they literally organized a 3-day event here in Montserrat so that Liberians can come together and be able to represent their respective counties. And in as much as they are going to represent their respective counties, they should be able to come together as one people. And the fact that they organized that event, it was also a partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And we also saw that the Minister of Youth and Sport was there in Minnesota, in the US, in Minnesota, and making sure that Liberians that are in the diaspora uh, can be able to feel part of this celebration as much as they are not on grants, but again, is the country independence. And there's few things that drew serious attention, and I like to speak about, and they are very positive to me. The fact that you know for over 2 decades that I've been able to understand the fact that Liberia do have independence. This was the first Independence Day that I saw a lot of Liberians coming out and well celebrating, in as much as there are financial difficulties in the economy, and people still struggle with finding their basic needs. The situation with the availability of jobs is also key. Taking all of that into consideration, we saw the fact that with all of these difficulties, Liberians, were able to come out and able to celebrate Liberia's 179 Independence Day here. And it was not just about the celebration. The thing is, I saw some level of patriotism, some level of love for country, and the fact that we understand how far we've come as a nation, irrespective of all of the challenges that we've had in the past, ranging from the 14 years of war that we fought among ourselves, and coming to the fact of our country starting from scratch and rebuilding the country in 2006 after the election, and to the fact that we've had a lot of different challenges to cope with. We still had our people coming out to celebrate and understand and show love to this great nation, Liberia. I feel that with the level of celebration and patriotism and love that we all show, in as much as everybody wants to celebrate and enjoy themselves, especially when we have these kind of events or day uh, happening, right? But again, I feel if we can unite ourselves as one people and coming together and put politics aside, whether who is from this party, who is from that party, I think that our country, when I move from the party based politics we play, we should all see ourselves as Liberians that want the very best and the overall better for our country, and basically be able to be patriotic irrespective of whatever that is literally going to happen. We should be able to say, you know um, let's forget politics. Let's forget UPist. Let's forget who's sedition. Let's forget who's from the Liberty Party, the NPP, the ANC. Let's put Liberia first. It's not just about coming together for these occasions. It's about how we can work together with ideas and make sure that we can have our country moving forward. I feel like it's one step at a time, and gradually, uh, we as young people will be able to understand all of these, and will basically now divert from whatever politics it is about, development, about who's in power, but now be on the basis of Liberia first, as we've seen from this year's Independence Day celebration. Again, it was a great one. We saw the celebration there in Grand Bassa. We witnessed the event and we saw how people also came together, very united, and in as much as we saw people uh, literally showing that they are from a particular party, they are from the ruling party that also went to grace the occasion with placards, with flyers, with banners, indicating their political party. But again, it was a well organized event, and the event was graced properly. We saw uh, the spiritual person from the US as well, who came down to grace the occasion. We saw some dignitaries, the likes of Michael Blackson. This is not the first time Michael Blackson has come to Liberia for the Independence Day. And we hope that with all of these things happening, we can have the level of development, the level of progress our country needs, and yes, that people can now be encouraged to come to Liberia with the fact that we've had our own difficulties But again, that is not something that should slow us down, right? And but that is it for the Independence Day. Again, I think it was really really great in terms of the celebration from Liberians all across the world, including our country, and also the people there in the US. They really put themselves together and making sure that they could have uh, the level of celebration that we had back home. Let's look at this clip coming in, right? Let's look at this clip.
On Crown Hill, you see students from the University of Liberia, student vacation party. I seated here relentlessly, chanting slogans, holding different placards.
While we was in Grand on yesterday, we saw clips coming in from live feeds on various news network, and it was nothing but this protest that was initiated by the Student Unification Party that they needed to march for job and justice. This is the second of said protests in this year. I should be exact. The first time they had this, it was not as successful as they might have wanted, but again, it's soup. If you ask them, they will tell you no, they had a successful one. But this time around, we have more security personnel that were there in Grand Bassa, and unlike few that was here, we also saw a roadblock by Soup, and that's the chairman being shown with the military cap and in black with the Soup shirt. And what I can say is that it is right for people to call government officials to order in things that they fuse and know that are not right. And if they are doing the call to order, it should be something that the government will also collaborate with state actors and making sure that these individuals can have protection, security as they go about um, uh, having their initiative moving on. That's one. And again, the thing about it is we all have seen how things are, and for me, I personally say a right protest. But again, why in Montserrat when the celebration was fully taken to Grand Bassa for this year's independence? Why Montserrat? Is it because Soup did not have the financial support to be able to take their guys to Grand Bassa? Or was it or tactical game to be able to go ahead and have some level of peaceful operation there in the capital while the event was going on. With all of these questions, is it's good that we had no, you know, much of what we normally see again, and let's see how this goes. They've already protested for job injustice, and everyone concerned is about the issue of drug, the level of drugs we've seen flowing into that country, Liberia, and yet these cases are still slow or even slower than we, the public, the media as well, and the people expect. We've seen several other situations, and again, but again, we were with on the Liberia National Police along with the Ministry of Justice to be able to coordinate and continue to inform us as to how the 19 million worth of drug and as well as the one that's 317 million worth of drug cases are going, or are they the same? We want to know all of these things and basically be able to tell and see these people brought to book. It's not just about basically arresting these individuals and bringing it out to the public. Is the end of how the situation will go. And we still hope to see those involved. We still hope to see more names and arrests being made so that people that their children who fall prey to the consumption of drugs can also feel relief. And trust me, uh, most of these huge quantities that has been arrested over the past time, uh, it's not something that was actually meant to be sold here. But again, Liberia might have been used as a transit point to be able to take uh, these drugs to wherever it is destinated for. And that is how these things are. Like I said, we are hoping to see more arrest and more of these things. And the public should always be informed in terms of how these cases are governed because information dissemination in our society today is one big challenge. I would say that because why is it a challenge? It's a challenge because of social media. It's a challenge because social media make it easy for anyone to break a news that is not properly verified. Anyone can write anything on the social media that has millions and millions of Liberians, thousands of people, millions of people, that do follow these things. Anyone who is not a journalist by profession can now have a social media account that will release information, news, or whatever that are not verified. And you have people running fast to take that. So it's a challenge. and I think it's something that can basically be worked on. And again, it's not just about that, it's about how well we are able to manage it by releasing the right information in the soonest possible time, so that our people that are in the public can be able to understand that, this is the real information and this is not the real information. So again, we like to say uh, kudos to the government, and we hope that more of these can be done. Now, today we saw that the president, after the Independence Day celebration, went to Lofa County, and he dedicated the road project there in the Lofa Digbanga Salai Highway area. That project is 81 kilometers of progress right now. I remember um, that initiative started maybe as early as in the region of George Weah, then president. But I should be exact, yeah. That should be right. And then what I can say is that whatever the contractor have done with that rule is something commendable. 81 kilometers of progress is good, and the the president, you know, did that dedication, and he also broke grounds for two additional road projects in Lofa County. So, you know, the the president spoke about the project, talking that it represents more than just an abstract pavement and concrete, right? He talked about the symbolic relationship among Liberians and with the country's international development partners, because I'm being told that project is not fully sponsored by the government, and continuous support that helps, to advance key infrastructure projects across Liberia. So the 81 kilometer is a highway, a road that 81 kilometer has already been done, and it's expected to significantly improve transportation between Bong and Lofa counties. And you know how bad that road is or were at the time. And now farmers, students, traders, and business moguls, operators will now have easy access to markets, schools, and health facilities, and will contribute to, the level of higher living standards, right? So that is something the president said, and basically, that is one great thing that has happened there on the Lo-Fi Road. And when you look keenly, we had Thomas Fala, who was there, Sir Joseph, the vice president, just calls of government officials. And yeah, of course. So, like, we also had international partners that went to grace this dedication. When I saw the life, I saw a lot of, you know, uh, residents at the area, they were very excited and commending the government. Yeah, no, in as much as these things are done, there might have been an initiative from past or present government. But again, one thing that we fail to understand is the fact that government is continuative, and whether it is John Brown government or Peter Paul's government, the fact remains the project was being done by the Liberian government. It's either through taxpayer money or loan from another area or development partners that might have contributed to that project. But again, nowadays, we do not see those things as Liberians that are fully into politicizing even developmental initiative. We basically wake up and just brand an entire project to a specific ruling party. Whatever PR sham or whatever thing you're doing there with the PR is great, but again, it's something that needs to be looked at properly. But we like to commend the government for such a milestone for the people of Salaye and Lofa County as well. It's a 1 kilometer completed already. It's something commendable. I know how tough that work might have been. I've also been to Lofa. The road on that road was very bad at the time, and I got my own experience of that road, so I know how it feels to have the issue of 81 kilometer already completed on the road, and I'm told the road should take up to Fonjama maybe. And again, like we said, we've done a lot. But let's take this break with our sponsor, and right after this, we'll come back and try to wrap it up on the program, the roundtable.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
Kakuyan Hair Collection is our sponsor right now. You can also do the same, join us on the show and just, hit up Wizz TV and tell us you want to promote your business. We can also do that for you here on our show and on our live videos as well. And you can have a wider audience as we go ahead with the business partnership. We are open for that as well. So again, I'd like to appreciate all of you for coming on tonight. on the program, the roundtable. I want to say thank you for coming and thanks for joining us as always on Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the roundtable. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Liberia time. We are always here to making sure that we can bring you all of the very best you deserve. My name is William McGill, and I'm bidding you a pleasant good night from Liberia. Bye bye.
Come take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. Oh, hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Raise your hand up. Raise your story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially women. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got bigger than money. We got bigger stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got bigger headlines. We got bigger stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories from rock of ages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me, and I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people, blind people. I mean, people that in need, man. People too much in need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially women. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got bigger than money. We got bigger stories. There is no job.